you guys that are jumping on here, just in the chat box, if you could let us know, if you haven't done so already, let us know where you're watching from. You got everyone from Missouri to Wisconsin, Oklahoma, Indiana, Vegas, baby. Louisiana. It's gonna be in the 20s, huh? It's Jackie. Awesome. I enjoy the cold, but maybe that's because I'm a Florida boy here and we don't get much of it. Middle Tennessee, Canada, Georgia. Awesome. Peachtree City. What's going on, CMA? PTC in the house. Is that Mrs. Guadalupe watching? Can't tell. All right. All right, now that you guys have put that in, we'll go ahead and get started. Let me quickly introduce some of the people that are on here real quick. We've got the one and only Mr. Ernie Pallesco. He's our Director of Operations there. Yeah, give him a big round of applause. He's going to be chiming in too. So him and I will be kind of going back and forth with some of the information. You also see, she's down to my right, left, whichever one. But Shelby May Kirkland, our social media director for MAIA Edge. Give her a big round of applause. You guys have seen her out there doing some videos. And I'll throw a shout out to Mr. Klingemeyer. You know, he's one of the elite consultants too. I didn't know he was going to be jumping on. So it's awesome because he can give some great input and feedback from a lot of the clients that he speaks with as well. But here's the number one question I'm going to ask everybody. Who actually has, and you can either give me a thumbs up in the chat or put your hand up if your video's on, but who actually has a referral program or referral reward system in their school already implemented? Okay, yes. I see some people thumbs up, right? Or give me a thumbs down if you don't have one yet, whether that's in the chat box or in person. Raise your hand if you didn't do either of the two that I just said. Just checking to see if you're paying attention. All right, well, here's the deal. We got to ask the question. I always start with Mr. Weber. I think that's I see an O, but I'm guessing there's no referral system there, Mr. Weber. No, got it. The real question becomes, why do we want a referral program in our school, period? We have to always start with the why, with whatever you're doing. Had this conversation with, well, we kind of talked about this yesterday on a Zoom that I did with Master Greg Silva and Paul Garcia, and reverted back to whenever I do a leadership training or instructor training, one of the first things we always talk about is, what is your why as an instructor? Why do you do what you do every single day? Why do we come in and wear pajamas to work? We don't put shoes on, step on a mat and teach the classes every day. Well, we have an understanding of why we do it. It's, yes, we want to try to make a living out of this, but I think for, I would say 99% of us, the reason why we do it is because we have a passion for it. It's something that we enjoy to do. It's changed our lives, and we want to share the same experiences that we've had with that. So why is the referral rewards program so important? Well, it gives us the opportunity to get more people to share that with. Yes, we do. Perfect. So here's the deal. At the end of the day, what we're going to do is pretty much go over a way to either, if you don't have a system at all, how to launch it, and if you do have a system, how to maybe relaunch it or tweak it to where we get people participating in it. And I'm intrigued to see either the facial expressions or the emojis that you put in the chat, but who does, this is more so for the people who do have a program in place, who kind of has it up on a shelf, but doesn't really do anything with it on a regular basis. I'm saying head nods. Yeah, guys, it's simple, right? We get into the routine of what we do day in and day out. And the routine is, I got to come to the school. I know I got to make phone calls, answer the messages from the phone calls. I got to, oh, the mat's dirty. Let me clean that. Oh, look at that. It's 4 o'clock. We got to start classes, and we get to start classes. And then next thing you know, it's 9:30 at night and you're sweeping the mat, making sure it's clean for the next day. And it's because it's not part of the routine. So the biggest goal today is, well, there's a lot of goals today. One, let's get the thing started because it's not hard to do. That I just want to say that it doesn't take rocket science to do it. It takes focus and attention though, right? And especially with your team and making it something that's Systemize, and that's going to be the other thing we talk about today. So with that, let's get started. I'm going to pull up a packet, so to speak. This is going to be our outline for the class. Let me, how do I open this? Oh, geez, I just got, there we go. I'm going to download it. I should have had this up already, but we're going to start off with making the referral rewards program visible. Ernie's shaking his head at me already. Leave me alone, Ernie. We want to make the referral rewards program visible. And there's different ways to do that. We're going to break it down into 3 different things. First comes first is we have to make sure we have the marketing material, so to speak, to do that, to make it visible. So we're going to, by the way, we're going to be giving you guys some giveaways today. So that way you've got it. What is going on? I can't pull up and share my screen for some reason. Let's try this one more time. There we go. All right. Bear with me. And so quick story, so you guys understand what's going on here. The other day, my computer completely crashed and I thought I lost everything. I thought I lost everything on my computer. So now I'm having to reset these preferences. There we go. All right, can everyone see that? Beautiful. All right, so starting off, making the referral rewards program visible. You've got to have marketing materials. You've got to make class announcements, and there's digital communication. So first things first, make marketing materials. That's going to be the first thing the easy thing that you can do to make the program visible. One of the things that we're going to show you here, guys, is posters and all of these giveaways that we can do. And I'm going to give you another quick little share here. I'll just go from my desktop. That might make it a little easier for you guys. We have this Google Drive where you're going to have all of these giveaways. So from guest passes to referral awards, this is the packet, to booth cards, gift certificates. Now, by the way, booth cards is kind of a weird name for it. Basically, it's a referral card and poster. So let's just start off with the poster. This is what we're going to be giving you guys away. 11 by 17 poster. You guys just put this up in your school. Get people aware of it. There's banners that, if for anybody who's a MAIA Edge member, you guys can there's like a 3-foot by 6-foot banner that you can just send to the printer to go get printed if you want to do that, and just have that up in your school. I remember when I first came to, it was Central Florida Championship Karate at the time, and it was Mr. Silverman's school. When I first came to Orlando, I saw one of the things, he had them hanging from the ceiling, and he had multiples in the lobby. So there's no way you can miss it. The greatest gift you can give your instructors is the gift of a referral, and it talked about a referral awards program. So that's the first thing I would do, is put the posters up, let people know about it. With the poster, and by the way, if you look at the poster again, it's going to have a section here where you can ask for your special guest pass. This is all editable, and you can determine what your referral rewards are going to be. So that's number one. I'll come back to the packet again so you can see that. But it's as simple as this. I'm guessing everyone makes class announcements, right? We all do that. We all have classes. Hopefully you take the time, whether it's 3 minutes, 5 minutes, hopefully not too much longer than that, right? We want to make sure we're keeping things moving. But the simplicity of this is, and you got to make sure when you do this, you're depending on how your school's set up. I always like having it to where when I'm making my announcements to my students, I'm really making those announcements to the to the parents at the same time. So the instructors, whoever's leading that class, they need to know that this message is going to the students, but it's really going to the parents, because they're going to be the ones that really help this out. You develop the excitement through your students and say to your students, hey guys, got a quick announcement real quick for you guys. Who here likes $50? And you're saying, yeah, everyone's gonna, or whatever your referral, what you decide on that to be. Who likes $50? Well, guys, here's what we got to do. I want to give you guys $50. And then down the line, Ernie's going to touch on the double referral rewards, and he may even say $100. But I want to give you guys $50. I want to let you guys know about something that either we have in place, or if you don't have a referral rewards program, something that we're going to be starting. As you guys know, martial arts is a passion of ours, something that we love to do. We come in every single day because we love teaching you guys martial arts classes, not just because of the blocking, punching, kicking, arm bars, throws, whatever it is that you teach, but we love it because of the opportunity we get to help change people's lives. Parents, can you put your hands up in the air and nod your head if you think that martial arts can influence somebody's life in a positive way? And they're going to shake their head and they're going to say, yes, thank you, Ms. Jackie. They're going to say yes. Well, here's the deal. In order for us to truly make the impact on the community that we want to make, we need your help. And we like to make things a win-win situation. So we have these referral cards that we want to give to every single one of our students. And if you have any friends, family members, or just anybody that you know who can benefit from martial arts, either they need more self-confidence, or they need more focus, they need to get in shape, or they need self-defense, guys, give them this. And if they come in and become a student here at our school, we want to thank you by giving you a $50 gift card, or a spin on the prize wheel, or a $75 gift certificate. And we'll talk about that in a second. But that's it. So raise your hand if you want to win. And all the students are going to raise your hand. So kids, turn around, look at your parents, and make sure after class today, you talk to them about anybody who you think could benefit from martial arts classes. And then, by the way, they're going to have their child's friend who, gosh, they hate when they come over the house because they leave it a mess. So that's the kid that they're going to try to invite, so that way you can have some discipline and respect for other people's property. And then if you guys refer them, they bring the pass back to us and they get signed up. You guys get a chance for our referral reward. So that's how you easily launch it, and you make announcements. I would do that for a week or so. And then you've got to make sure it becomes routine. So that's number two. And then number three, digital communication. Guys, it's as simple as picking up the phone, letting people know you have this program. It could be a text, and it could be an email. Let's just get the word out there. So even if you have the marketing materials up in your school or ready to hand out to people, or you have the desk mount like we've got, or you've got the big banner that you could print up, even if you've made class announcements, take the time to send that text if you have a texting service. Make a phone call or send an email and just educate. It's all about education. And it's not going to be something that you do once when you launch. It's got to be something that eventually becomes systemized. So that's my piece. I'm going to hand this over now to Ernie. And Ernie, let's talk about establishing what your referral rewards will be.
Hello, everyone. Yes, I mean, and that's the key is everybody knows we have a referral system, you know. It's making it visible to the students, and really the best time to do it, and I know we're going to touch on it later, is when your students first sign up. You know, it's very few times that you see a brown belt bring a friend in, you know, because, you know, if I join martial arts, I want to tell everybody when I first joined. So some of the things that we give away, number one, you'll see on the list, gift cards, you know, and this is a great way to kind of bridge between setting up cross, you know, marketing to different businesses. You know, if you have a business in your area, say, look, you know, we offer, you know, a referral rewards program, you know, to anybody that brings in a friend, we can advertise your business. So it's a way to cross market with your neighborhood businesses as well. You do an in-school credit, you know, if you don't want to put out the money for the gift card, you can do an in-school credit, say, you know, $75 gift card to the pro shop, you know, which is only going to cost you about half of that, but it gets them also to get gear and things like that, uniforms and so forth. But a big thing is the prize wheel, you know, and the way you want to run the prize wheel is, and I saw in one of the messages, somebody said they actually just bought theirs. And on the website, there's actually cutouts. So we already have printed, you know, $75, $50, $100, or whatever it is. It's already on the MAIA Edge website. And what I would do is set up a display, set the, and this is where the cards come in, the referral cards. the poster comes in, I'll put the prize wheel up. And how you launch it is more, you have the prize wheel set up, and you have, the cutouts already in the wheel. And you make a quick announcement at the end of the class and say, guys, martial arts has changed your lives. We want to help your friends and so forth. If you know anybody, as Mr. Perri said earlier, that can benefit from the martial arts, we have these cards and give out. But here's what it is for you. And I'd pick a student out. Say, Johnny, what would you do with $100 if I gave you $100 right now? And you wait, and he'd say, oh, I'd buy school books. No, I doubt that. But, say, what would you do? Amazon gift card, a GameStop gift card, whatever, Bitcoin, So what you do, and I'll say, all right, here, I want to do an example. And I would have a kid come up. And I said, Johnny, now this is fake because you haven't brought a friend in, but spin the wheel, see what you would want. And have the kid spin the wheel. You would want $50 or whatever it is, whatever you have the cutouts are. And so it kind of makes it tangible, because we all say we want to give, guest passes out, things like that, but you don't follow up on it. But if you have a big display, have balloons up, whatever, and make it visible in your school, that's going to make the people remember, oh man, I want a $100 gift card. But you got to suggest to them, do you know kids in the neighborhood or family friends or even siblings can come in that maybe you're sitting on the sidelines and don't get involved. So you always want to appeal to the children as well, that they're going to get something out of it, and it's not just going to be, here's your passes for your friends, but offer to the parents as well. You may know a coworker could benefit from it as well, or they're good at the teachers, hey, I want to give you about, this is a great time for Valentine's Day, handing out the cards, for a free pass.
Awesome. Oh, did we lose you?
No, I'm here.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
I froze for a second.
No, that's okay. But yeah, I think everything that you hit on there is important. Do we want to move on to the next next subject? Yeah. Here's what I want to do real quick, guys. I just want to take a little second here and show you again, just to make this easy for those of you guys that are on the site already. If you type in, I'm just going to the search engine, refer. I pressed enter. And then it's going to pull up right here, referral awards 2019. There's a bunch of things on here with regards to referrals. I think that's a skinnier version of me. COVID got a hold of me, guys. Not the thing, but quarantine got a hold of me. I think some of us are in the same boat. But here are all the things that I was talking about. The referral card, the desk mount, this new student thank you card, everything that you need to make this visible and get people doing it. But at the end of the day, we've got to make sure, in addition to what we talked about, which was marketing it, making the program visible, establishing what the actual awards program is going to be, you've got to systemize it. And this is where I think and you guys can nod your head, thumbs up, thumbs down. This is where I think a lot of us fail in maintaining a referral program, because it becomes something that's reactive instead of proactive, right? So when we first launched the referral rewards program, we're so excited about, oh, this is great. Yeah, everybody, woo. There's this excitement about it until it doesn't become routine. So we've got to make sure we systemize it. And how do we do that? And by the way, I'm seeing these questions come in. I'll answer all questions right at the end, just so that way we get through this and hopefully we answer the question along the way. And if not, we can go to it. So systemizing a referral rewards program, number one, starts with the new students. Well, we can start it anywhere, but we're going to start it right now with new students. So at every enrollment, every time somebody comes into your school, you should let them know about your referral rewards. I'll be honest with you. If you've seen on the site, we have a guest registration, and on the guest registration has a basic waiver where they put the student's name in and they put the parent's name in, they sign the waiver. And then underneath that, it says, what are you specifically looking for your child to get out of a martial arts program? And then it lists some other things. But at the top right corner, at the very top right corner of the guest registration, it says sponsor's name. And a lot of people bypass that completely. I'm just gonna, before I move on into that, I wanna see people's faces. Shake your head if you know exactly what I'm talking about, or if you have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay, so on the guest registration, it says sponsor's name up there, and it gets bypassed sometimes. And people say, what's your sponsor? Oh, don't worry, you don't have to fill that out. Ugh. Fill that out, or explain what the heck that is. Sponsor's name is, I tell people, you may not know this, but the majority of our students come from referrals. So a lot of our parents are so excited about our program that they refer friends. So we ask them who the sponsor's name is. So that way we have this referral rewards program that we do where we give them a little thank you a token of our appreciation for referring that student if they decide to sign up. So that's just a seed that I plant, right? We go through the process of the trial. They come in to take the class, whether it's a one-on-one intro or I have them come into the group class. And then when it comes time for the enrollment, and I get these people signed up, guess what I'm going to be reapproaching again? Did you know about our referral rewards program? And we talk about it at every single enrollment. So people know, by the way, here's something that we do at our school. If you know anybody who could benefit from this, as you guys saw some value in our program, if you know anybody else that could benefit from it, and by the way, this is the best time to have a new buddy come in and train with you, because now Johnny will have somebody that he could come up with in his martial arts training. But if you do refer somebody, it's just something that we have ongoing. It's a $50 gift card to any store of your choice, or it's a $75 in-school credit, or it's a spin at our prize wheel and you can show them the prize wheel. And again, it's just a token of our appreciation because our goal is to help impact the community in as big a way as we can. And we can't do it by ourselves. We need the help of families like you. So just by doing it at the enrollment, it's something that all right, now it's a system. This is something that happens and it stays on your mind, the program director's mind, whoever's signing those people up on a daily basis. Would it be better to call it Mr. Manelli? Yeah, I could see that. You could, yeah, that's fine. You can call it, Mr. Manelli asked a question, would it be better to call it referrer's name? You can do something like that, but just it's simple for me to explain it, but you can, if you want to do that, you can do that too. All right, let's move on. Does that make sense to everybody? That's the easiest way, I think, to keep it as a system, is to do it. Every single person that comes into your school, you should talk about it. Let me get back to here. All right, so now existing members, right? This one's simple too. So with your existing members, it's just a matter of, well, there's different ways. Ernie's going to talk about different ways that you can get your existing members to do it with different events at your school. But it's a matter of, like what I said before, sending an email out, giving people a call, sending a text, just asking them for the referral. My dad, it's so funny, the lessons that you learn from your parents, and they tell you all the time these lessons, and you're like, okay, Dad, whatever. And now I come back and I use the same phrase, but it's an old one. You guys have probably heard it. The squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? If you guys heard that before, gets the oil. You've got to make some noise. You got to let people know. People sometimes aren't thinking actively, man, I got to refer somebody for ABC martial arts. Who am I going to refer? No, you've got to get out and you got to ask people. It's okay. And here's what I would do. I wouldn't do it on a daily basis, but I don't think there's anything wrong with 3 or 4 times throughout the year, every 3 months or every 4 months, reaching out to all your students and reminding them that we have this referral rewards program. And again, Ernie's going to touch on some events that you can do at your school to help boost that again, and gives you a reason to talk about it, or send an email out, or send a text, or you give people a call. But just get out there and ask people, talk about it, remind people in class. Now, if the referrals are coming in, and this is what I'm going to talk about next, which brings me to number 3. I'll just go to it. Number 3, you've got to systemize it in class. So within your classes, guys, you've got to make sure that the people see the actual outcome of referring somebody. And you've got to make a big deal about it. That's why we had 3 different things. The gift cards are great, but sometimes if you do the gift card, you have to Ask the person what store they want to do it from. Do you want Amazon? Do you want a Target gift card? And it's fine. Or a restaurant, right? Sometimes the adults like doing restaurants, and you could do that. That's totally cool. You could do the in-school credit, which is great because if they do an in-school credit, and we do for merchandise or catalog orders, if you give them a $50 credit, it probably costs you $25, right? Or if it's 75, you guys get the idea. It's going to be less than what the actual certificate is. But the prize wheel creates this visceral effect of, oh my gosh, somebody's going to win something. So if you have a referral, you say, all right, ladies and gentlemen, you guys know it. It's prize wheel time. People are going to freak out about it. All right, here's what I want. Before we bring the prize wheel out, everyone get on their knees and start slapping the ground. And the kids are going to start slapping the ground. And you can do this with adults too. There's nothing wrong with having fun with the adult class. But with the kids in particular, you start pounding the ground. They start building it up. You bring the prize wheel out. All right, we have somebody who's going to get a chance to spin the prize wheel. Who's it going to be? And the kid knows who it is, most likely, but nobody else does. So you just build up the excitement, have fun with it. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, let's get Ernie Pallesco, come on up here. And Ernie Pallesco's going to go, oh, yeah, I'm going to come up. All right, Ernie, here's the deal. As you see on the prize wheel, we have one spot where you can win $100. And everyone's going to be like, oh my gosh, $100. All right. Now there's also spots where you can win $75, $50, and $25. And I'll probably have more of the $25 ones and a little bit less of the $50 ones and a little bit less of the $75 ones. And then I'll have one $75. If you're really bold, you can have one where they pay you an extra $100 if they get that one. But I don't know how many parents would want to keep referring if you did that. So let's bypass that one. So here's the deal. You do it. He spins it and get one of those prize wheels that has the things and then it makes a lot of noise. Everyone's clapping. Come on, guys, make some noise. What do you want it to land on? What do you want it to land on? And it's going to be kind of like Wheel of Fortune. Big money, big money. And they spin the wheel, they get it, and then boom. So now after that, there's an opportunity, right? I don't just say, congratulations, good job, let's give him a hand, and he sits down. Here's my opportunity. The emotions high. The emotions high. There's maybe a little bit of jealousy out in the audience from the kids. Who else would like to win a chance to spin the prize wheel? Guys, if you don't know already, all you've got to do is give one of these cards to somebody who you think could benefit from martial arts classes. And if they become a student here at ABC Martial Arts, you get a chance to spin the wheel. Guys, who could that be? Could it be your parent? Yeah, it could be your parent. What about your little brother or sister? Yeah, it could be them too. Could it be a friend from school? Your aunt, your uncle, your cousin? Guys, it could be anybody. It could be the guy who's doing tee shots in the grass down the road. It could be anybody, just somebody that you feel would benefit from martial arts classes. So who thinks they have somebody they want to invite? If you guys notice, I always raise my hand, right? Why do I do that? Because I'm Italian and I use my hands a lot when I speak. No, I want to get that response back. I think so they all raise their hands. Yeah. I'll answer these questions in a little bit, guys, that are coming in. Keep them coming though. If you do have a question, please type it in. So raise your hand so that way they get active, especially the visual learners. If you do something, they have a tendency of doing something back. So if I get that hand raised, I'm going to say, one of my assistant instructors, Mr. Smith, please go give him a couple referral cards so that way he can give that to that person. And then you can either have the ones where they give them a guest pass, or you can have the ones where they put the students, the referrals name and phone number on there. And then you can call them personally and say, hey, by the way, this is Michael from ABC Martial Arts. I'm Johnny's karate instructor there. And he specifically named you as somebody that he'd love to invite come take classes at our school. I'd love to have you come in. And then you go to the 4 steps of selling, state the reason, sell the reason, create a call to action, and close the appointment at that point. So I won't get into that. Mirroring, yes, Ms. Wolf. So that's that. Any questions on any of that? I think that's pretty self-explanatory. And if you do have a question, I'm not going to answer because I'm going to turn it over to my man, Ernie Pallesco.
Nobody clapped. What's wrong with that?
No, they
there we go. Oh,
couldn't hit. They're on mute. They were doing it underneath there.
But here to add on what you were saying for the prize wheel, and here's something, You can buy gift cards, yes, Target, GameStop, what have you. But something that's even more powerful, because I know I have a 11 and 15-year-old, cash. If if you have like $50 in cash and you hand it out to the kid in class, I think that's going to appeal more, because kids get gift cards and like, all right, but the cash kind of, and to go back on that point, it can't be the only time that you're speaking. It all depends on the rapport you have with your team, your school. You don't want it to look like a money grab or something like that. You got to make sure you have great rapport with your students, your parents, and so it's a benefit for them as well. And I know a lot of people, and like Metzger, Perri said, you want to make suggestions who they can give this to.
Just because I'm bald doesn't mean we look alike.
Now I want to go into what can you create to generate, people bringing buddies in, and we've all seen it on the websites and so forth. Number one, buddy days or buddy weeks, and it takes more than just putting it up. Oh, this is going to be our spirit week. We're gonna have, you can bring your friend in and so forth. You want to make sure you're giving them, ideas to bring your friends in. If everybody's going back to school, give them passes. How many passes would you like? Who could you bring in the class, and make it an event, not just saying, oh, we're gonna have buddy day or buddy week. You can lead the warm-ups, if you bring a friend in and so forth. And also to kind of brush it over really quick, and speaking to Miss Woods, I think she's on the call here. A lot of things we're doing now, we're kind of providing you the outlines like you see here of how to do it. Before, in the past, I think we just been putting flyers up saying, oh, here's a buddy week, and you get the good graphics and so forth. But we want to provide you with the outlines, how to do it, a step by step. Like for me, running a buddy week, I would definitely have it planned out who you're going to do it to. If you're doing a back to school end of year party, same thing. School's coming up at the end. If you bring a friend, you get a certain amount of tickets. If your friend signs up for a trial, you get a certain amount of tickets. And then that day, and they sign up, and a program and so forth, you get the ticket tornado, which we've heard about, and you have offer prizes and so forth. Like I said, I don't want to go into too much detail, but you want to make it to where they want to bring friends into your school. They have a reason. If you just have a buddy day and you're like, that's it. But hey, if you bring a friend in, you're going to be able to break a real board. Who's going to be, and all kids want to break boards, And then in that class, at the end, you say, all right, where's all the students that brought a friend in? Okay, you have them stand up and they break a real board. And then you say, all right, where's all my friends today? Where's all my future students? Have them stand up and they break a rebreakable board. And say, because most of the times when I want to run my own school, kids that come in with other friends, they come with the same parent. They don't come with their parents. It's like, oh, if I'm bringing a friend, they come with me. And so, oh, can I bring Johnny? So here is where you want to, and this is the key, is you say, I promise you, get their information. I want to invite you back with your parents to break a real board next week. And then you get their information. You call the parent. Say, hey, this is Ernie from Championship Martial Arts or what have you. Johnny was in our class today. Do you have a good time? Great. I promised him you can come in, break a board, and I would take 10, 15 minutes. You have Monday or Tuesday available, and give them certain times. So that's a call to action to get them back into school, as opposed to just cold calling them and saying, oh, I have a trial. I'm not asking for anything. I just promised him to come in and break a board. Okay. So that's how you do more or less buddy days, buddy weeks. Back to school parties and beginning of the school year parties, that's more of like an event where you do it for your students, but you definitely want to get the leads there, and you invite your leads, you invite your friends, anybody that's been any contact to your school. You get them in there, you do it, and just do recurring classes, and then at the end do a close every time anybody gets enrolled this day. The last thing is have a month where you have regular rewards, say it's $50 in our school, but we'll pick certain months out of the year where you do double rewards. guys, I know you, and this is only if you have a reward program visible. You know, you can't go up there and say, oh, we have a reward program, you know about it? And everybody's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. But you offer double rewards. If it's $50, it's a $100 gift card or cash. If it's $75, it's a $150 to the pro shop. So again, it can't be something that you start or you just put a poster up and you do nothing about. You got to actively engage with your clientele or your student body.
Okay, I want to touch on that double referral rewards if I can. One of the things I did at one of my schools, and you guys may have heard me tell this story about, and by the way, he just was over here looking over my shoulder trying to figure out what we were doing. But Mr. Silverman, Frank Silverman, he challenged me once. We're probably going back, I don't know, 8 years ago or so. And we had great retention at my school, but we didn't get a lot of new members in. And partially probably because I felt like I had great retention. I didn't have to work as hard to go out and market, which we all need to make sure we go out and market. So something that we did was he challenged me. He said, hey, Mr. Perri, do you think you can get 31 new students in 31 days? And I was like, I don't see why not. And then if you've ever been to our headquarters, Mr. Silverman's office is right next to Mr. Metzger's office, and they have a connecting door between the two. And so when I said, yeah, I don't see why not, absolutely, I can do it. And then I heard Mr. Metzger chime in over on this side, and he said, well, if you could have done it, you would have done it by now, unless you didn't want to get 31 students. I was like, oh, okay, these are them fighting words. So it was a little bit of a challenge. But one of the things we did to help, and by the way, I took on the challenge. We ended up getting 37 students that month in 31 days. I'll pat myself on the back for that one. But no, it wasn't me. It was the whole team that got involved in Intuit. But one of the things that we did was reiterate our referral rewards program, and we did a double referral rewards. And I'll be honest with you, the majority of our students that we got that month were referrals from current members to family members and current members to friends as well. So it's the double referral rewards is very, very powerful when done the right time. Don't make that your standard referral program. That should be a bonus every so often throughout the year. Yeah, Mr. Klingermeyer, kids do love board. Yeah, kids love board breaking. I love board breaking. Maybe I'm just a large child. Let's answer some questions here. Let me go back a little bit. You got the states, prize wheel. All right, so kids don't care about $25 off of testing, but the parents do. Yeah, I try to keep it away from things that are my staples. I try to keep it away from tuition. I try to keep it away from testing fees. But retail, I'll do that, and then those other things as well that we talked about. Did I miss? Oh, here's the question. When do you give them the reward? As soon as the referral comes in, or pays for a trial or a membership? Ernie, you want to take that?
Yes, well, our standard procedure is, after they make their first payment and a real student, then we give them their rewards, which is like a month later, a couple weeks later. But we let the parents know that in advance.
I'd also like to get Mr. Klingemeyer's opinion here on this stuff too. Chime in here, Mr. Kling.
Sure. Hi, I'm Kurt Klingemeyer. I'm one of the MAIA lead consultants. So I work with these guys all the time. We talked a lot about today about getting the referral from the existing students, but Pallesco hit on a major point when you said that people are the most excited when they enroll, like when they're enrolling right there. That's the best time to get your referrals. And one of my locations will get 30 plus referrals a month. And all that they do, it's really simple. At the very end of the enrollment, they have a referral sheet, and they just tell the family that they just say, hey, look, this is my favorite part where people get in, when people get enrolled at our facility. It's our referral rewards program. And you get out your sheet And it's really simple. It just has 5 lines on it. It says referral rewards on the top. And all you do is say, hey, look, this is where if we want to make sure that Johnny has some friends that are taking martial arts on the floor with him, because it's always more fun to do stuff with other friends. So this is what we're going to do. If any one of your friends wants to get enrolled in our martial arts program, or even just try it out, I'm going to give up to 5 of your friends, whether it's, friends of Johnny or your friends, I'm going to give up to 5 friends 2 free weeks of martial arts just to try classes out with Johnny. And if they decide to get enrolled, I'm going to take $100 off of any one of their programs. Now, what does that mean for you? Any one of those people that get enrolled, you are going to get a $50 Amazon gift card. So that's why, here's one of those nuggets you want to quote. That's why a lot of people have put 3, 4, 5 names down. So that way we're handing out $150, $200, $250 worth of Amazon gift cards. And it's a win-win. So I'll tell you what, now this is the golden goose right here. This is how we get 30 plus referrals a month in a single location. Feel free to fill that out. I gotta go get Johnny's uniform, or I gotta get his equipment kit, or I gotta make a copy of his program. You gotta do something. It doesn't matter. You just get up and leave. Walk out of the office and leave them alone. Works out great if you take the kid with you too, because you gotta get him fitted for his uniform. And people will fill out 3, 4, 5. Our numbers are, we will get 3. I know you can't get a half a person, but we get 3.5 referrals per enrollment by doing that. It says, how do you get them to fill out the sheet before they go? I recited, but I saw some of that. Okay, because you got to get stuff done. Or let me say it a different way. That doesn't make sense. You have to get it when you put the sheet in front of them. Again, this is for a brand new student. They're signing that they just already filled out their whole program agreement, and you have to get them their equipment kits, or you have to get them a copy of their program, or you have to get their kid in their uniform. There's something that needs to be buttoned up that the parent doesn't need to be there for. So you just keep the parent right there. You get up and then finish up what you got to do, and then just kind of keep an eye out. Just, whenever they're kind of done writing, that's when you go back in the office. So that's how we're getting massive amounts of referrals, because just like Mr. Pallesco said, best time for referrals is when they're enrolling that day. That is the best day. So that's how you get 30 plus enrollments, or 30 plus referrals a month. Let's say if you're, enrolling 7 or 8 people.
Thank you, sir. That's awesome.
You bet.
Wait, it's frustrating. Yeah, I hear you, Master Bolts. I hear you. Let me just I'm going to show you guys. Again, what's in the folder here. So we're going to share this link with you here shortly. It's a Google Drive, but what's all in there, so you guys know what's included with today. So we got a guest pass that you can have your students give to their friends if you want them to come in and try out a class. And again, that's editable. Then you have this is the packet that we just went over. A booth. This is basically something that you get, whether it's a referral sheet or a referral card. You put the students, your current member's name, the referral's name, and their phone number, and then let them know they can expect a phone call within 5 days. This is if you don't want to do gift cards, or if you want to do in-school credits, you can offer this as a gift certificate that they can use in school. All kind of done for you already. Again, you can just fill out the name, put the value here for the student. And then lastly, the poster that you can put up in your school. So the idea with this today is to give you guys at least something to jumpstart your referral program at your school. Shelby, are you there still?
I'm here.
Oh, there she is. Hey, I just wanted to see, where are we sharing that link for the Google Drive? Do we want to do that in the group?
I say let's do both. Do you want me to share it right now?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Okay, let me grab it.
You're the best. And then Ernie, for anybody who's not already on MAIA Edge. Oh, actually, and maybe this is Shelby. Do we have a link for anybody who wants to try it out? And Ernie, go ahead. I'll let you take this.
Yeah, anybody that's not on MAIA Edge yet, kind of we have an offer today. Here it is you get to test drive it for 2 weeks for $1. You get access to the full website. All of us, we have
Social media
Perri,
calendar.
we have Shelby's social media calendar for myself. Not really sure what I do yet, but we have Metcalf. He's a
You direct
graphic
and operate.
designer. Do I?
You direct and operate. Yeah.
Well, you do that a lot to me. You tell me do this, do that, but it's a great chance to kind of see the toolbox that you'll have, to offer. And from talking, because basically when somebody enrolls in MAIA, I'm the kind of onboarding, and I kind of walk them through the website, show them the things we do, and the angle the different direction we're taking as well is not only we're just giving you the flyers, we're giving you the how to do it, the outline, like just a simple outline today, how to get a referral, the steps. So if you're a one-person show, or you don't have a big staff, it's kind of already written out for you, how to run a women's self-defense, and the more people, and like I talked to Miss Woods, we talked the other day, that she said that was a great, advantage of not just seeing how to run a women's self-defense or how to do a mass intro. It kind of takes you through the step. We'll give you a sample script, how to do it. But everything you're going to see from now on the website, a lot of it's going to have an outline, and we have it broken up for you. So if you're interested, you think we can help you, and I know we can, click on that link. You get 2 weeks for $1. You also get, you can get a personal walkthrough, whether, and depending on what you want. If it's social media, Shelby can take you through. If it's just how to generate new students, get into the school systems, how to, generate real revenue, give me a call, and we can set you up with a walkthrough.
And by the way, I'm seeing a lot of people that are already on if you guys are already MAIA Edge members, can you just give me a thumbs up? I see some faces. I know Mr. Manilli, he's the first person I see. Lisa Wolf, Mr. Lewis. Yeah, awesome guys. Mr. Bolts. Yeah, we got a lot of guys there. So
it's worth its weight in gold.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
You do a great job, Mr. Perri.
It's the team. It's the team.
What about me?
I'm giving you credit there, Ernie. Mr. Manilli and I go way back. We go way back. Come on. But no, listen, if you guys have any questions, talk to some of the other people in the group too, and get some feedback from them on Edge. But yeah, at the end of the day, we're all martial artists. And I even think Shelby, even though she got her orange belt, yellow belt, did you get your orange? She got that far. I still, even though she's a newbie in the martial arts, I feel that she's got such her finger on the pulse of martial arts schools now, and just for sure that she's a honorary true martial artist. But you got a bunch of martial artists here that our goal is to help the martial arts. Period. We know what we can do as martial artists, as a martial arts community, and we just want to see everybody succeed, especially coming after. If you guys didn't know, there was a pandemic last year, and we want to see people come out of that better than ever. I'm already starting to see the trajectory coming back up again, and I want to see that continue with schools across the country, heck, across the world. We was talking to somebody yesterday or the day before in Australia. He was nice enough to talk to me at 6 a.m. his time. So anyways, yes, congratulations, Shelby.
Well, thanks,
Look at you.
I did post a question from the Facebook Live, and then,
Oh yeah. Let's see.
I'm not sure what he's referring to, but Mr. Azizi is it too late to give the price at our annual New Year party in December?
Is it too late to give the price at our annual New Year party in December? I'm going to say no, it's never too late. I don't know. I'm not exactly 100% sure which price and which party we're talking about, but I have a feeling give the prize. Thank you, Mrs. Wolf. I appreciate you helping us filter through that. Yes. Is it too late to give the prize at our New Year's party in December? What I would say to you is, no, it's not too late. But what I would say to you is, why wait? Just get it started now. Yeah, this is something that you guys can literally, if you don't have a program, you can go into classes tonight, print up a poster, hand out a flyer, and just start it. But the answer is no, it's not too late. But I would counter that by saying, why wait? Action TNT. You ever hear that? Anybody ever heard that before? Action TNT. Action today, not tomorrow. Let's take care of it now. All right. Good question though. Thank you. I appreciate that. And thanks, Ms. Wolf, for the clarification. Awesome. All right, guys, that's it. Click the links, visit us. Listen, let's keep the conversation going in the group because that group's going to stay there live. Let's continue to converse with each other. If you have any questions or if you want a little bit more information about MAIA Edge at all, you could reach out to Ernie, myself. We're all in there. Even Mr. Klingemeyer, I appreciate you coming on today. I wasn't expecting to have one of the elite consultants on. Thank you so much. But all of you guys, keep doing what you're doing. We're making an impact in our communities in such a positive way every single day. Even when things get tough, keep pushing. And just know that you got some people behind you to help you out with the whole Edge team here. So thank you guys. We appreciate you all. We'll talk soon.
Perri, I'm not sure if you're seeing the chat questions.
Oh, holy moly. No, I'm not. I've gotten the original PSC file. Possibly should we include in the drive? Well, you know what? I'll have Mr. Metcalf email that to you, Ms. Jackie. I'll have her email that to you. Thanks, learned some new stuff. Awesome, Mr. Gra. I'm glad. Thank you guys. Really, I appreciate you all. Post videos and pictures of referral rewards on Facebook. Hey, that's not a great idea. Shelby, do you agree?
Oh yeah, definitely in your, can you hear me? Yeah, in your private Facebook groups, that's another great way to provide incentive for current students that maybe have been training with you for a while and like Klingemeyer said, are not as excited. But let me also put my this link tree because it's got all the links you need, especially the ones if you want to schedule a one-on-one call with either me or Ernie Pallesco if you have any specific questions about the website, if you're a current member, or if you just want a deeper dive into the walkthrough for the social media calendar or the website. So I'm about to post that as well.
And while you do that, let me just answer Ms. Wood's question. When the buddy comes back with his or her parent to break the board, how or when do you get the waiver signed? Somebody answered it in the comments, I believe, that back in the day, we didn't have this. We didn't have the ability to send them to a link and have them fill out the waiver beforehand. If you have that ability and you have that person's contact information, do it. If not, and they're coming in, you don't have that ability, I would just literally, when they come in, they walk in, I'm here, fill out the waiver. And I like to go over the waiver with them one-on-one. They fill out the top section. I go over the bottom section with them, which then gives me the opportunity to talk about that sponsor or the referral person. Okay. Did that answer? Good. All right, everybody. Once again, thank you so much. I see, man, some Mr. Shane in Canada. How are you, sir? I just saw you there. Griffin MMA, right? All right. Okay, smiley face right back to you, Ms. Jackie. Thank you so much. You can hand him the tablet, iPad, or iPhone. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Mr. Deaver. Thank you, guys. You're the best. We'll talk soon. Thank you, Ernie. Thank you, Shelby. Thank you, Mr. Klingemeyer. And thank you, everybody, for jumping on today. We appreciate you.